guys, this is Wendy from Wendolonia, and today I'm going to do a walkthrough of my most recent Traveler's Notebook that I finished up this weekend. So I'm not completely done. I wanted to add a little bit to the cover, and I wanted to add a title page, but I thought I'd just sort of go through what I've done so far. So this is a Traveler's Notebook that I got at Michael's a few months ago. It came in a set of 3, I think. This one is blank. I think there was also a dot one and a calendar one. So I don't actually use the calendars, like a weekly calendar one. So I don't know what I'm going to do with that one. I didn't realize it was in the pack, but this one's the blank. I think it was $10 for all 3 of them. So pretty good deal. So I'm going to add a title page here, just sort of saying the months that I worked on this. This was the first quarter of the year, so January through I just finished it this weekend, so the beginning of April. So I'll put something in here that indicates that. So the first spread is actually my favorite spread in the entire book, I think. I got the inspiration for this from a class at Big Picture Classes done by Heba from My Little Journal. And it was about using up your stash. And this was one of the ways she had come up with to use up die cuts. And I have tons of die cuts. I never use them. And she has inspired me to start using them more frequently. So I really like this one. It's bright and cheerful, really sort of up my alley. The next one was a New Year's Eve layout. I don't like it at all. I think it's boring. I made a mistake. I didn't have enough room to write New Year's Eve here. So it says New Year Eve. So we'll just move along with this one. This one is a layout about how tired I was the morning after a middle of the night earthquake. This one's about the goofball ways that my son Wyatt eats sometimes. So in this one, he's eating a few beans with a ton of raw onions on top, which is, he just did it to disgust me because I don't like onions. And then this one is him eating a salad with tongs. This is actually a print video photo. So if I scan this with the print app on my phone, you can see him actually eating the salad with the tongs. It's kind of fun. I have a lot of those photos throughout this album, and I need to kind of figure out a way to indicate that. I guess I could just write print video over them, but that's not exactly cute. So I don't know. I'm going to think about that.
God, I can't put ice cream anywhere.
You didn't eat your spinach, Tony. You don't get no ice.
Next, I have a series of photos and sort of surveys of each of the guys in my family, where I just took a nice portrait of them, and then I said watching, eating, listening, planning, reading, feeling, and loving. So these are from a set of stamps by Feed Your Craft that I really like. I put these in my planner every week, so I fill this out weekly. But it's nice to check in with the guys every now and then. So for Wyatt and Augie, I did these in January. For my husband, I did it this weekend because it's hard to pin him down and find him to take a photo and make him fill this all out. So those are those. I really like those. These are photos from the first Warriors game my family ever went to back at the end of December. We took a lot of pictures. It was very exciting for us for obvious reasons. We're big Warriors fans. Or maybe I'm a big Warriors fan and the other people kind of go along with me, which is kind. So there are also, our seats weren't that hot. So there was this big thing blocking our view most of the time, like a railing. But these are also print photos. When we were coming home on the train, there were fireworks going off, and we don't even know why. So that was a fun day. This is about my hella cozy winter uniform, which is this giant sweater, a t-shirt, pajama pants, fuzzy hand knit socks, and my hair's up in a bun. So I just talked about how I wear this pretty much every night when I'm cold. This is some photos from a donut date with my son, Wyatt. No, that's not what I was going to say. I was going to say that donuts are extremely photogenic, and so I didn't specifically go to the donut store so I could use these donut letters and stickers, but I was happy to use them because I have a lot of donut stuff. These are from Amy Tan's big sticker book. That's fun to dig into. It's this one. I really like it. I've been using a lot of stickers from that. Okay, next. The boys and I did a fun day trip over to Japantown in San Francisco. So I got to use a lot of the cutesy Japanese stickers that I have. I have a lot of them. These I actually bought while I was over there, so that was fun. So this is just sort of the Peace Plaza, Tower, Pagoda, and then some just little random photos. These are print photos of us at a Japanese video arcade, which the kids loved. Then this is about eating dragon's breath. These are all print videos. And so basically this is freeze-dried. It's kind of like cereal, and you put it in your mouth and it makes smoke, like steam, come out of your mouth. So it's kind of fun to watch that in action. More of those Amy Tan stickers. This is just a cute photo of the kids in front of a pretty painted mural of umbrellas, brightly colored. I really liked it. So again, more of those Amy Tan stickers. Pretty straightforward layout. This is us eating udon noodles at, I think it was Mifumi, but I'm not sure. The kids begged for udon noodles and then they didn't really like them that much. So I think they really like them from Costco, but they don't like them as much from a Japanese restaurant, which is interesting. This was a high point for us. These crepes, there's this place called Good Belly Crepes in the Japan Center that makes, they make these crepes, and if you get them with ice cream and whipped cream, they decorate them to look like animals. So mine was a little cat with a top hat. They just used candies and marshmallows. Wyatt had, I think, a panda. I think that was a panda. And Augie had this little beaver or woodchuck or something. But they were so cute. Highly recommend going there. This is just a piece of art by one of my favorite artists. Her name is Joelle Penkman. And I saw it in my Cooking Light magazine, and I really love her artwork. And so I immediately recognized it as hers, so I cut it out and put it in here just so I could look at it and I wouldn't forget about it. Some photos of me being sick. This is an okay layout. I think I scrap lifted the basic layout. I didn't love how it turned out. It's just a little too boring for me. This is a layout where Augie asked me to take a picture of his grandpa, his dad, and his brother and him, because it's 3 generations of Copley boys. And then we were out to dinner, and so then he took my phone and added squad and filters and stuff, and I thought it was adorable. This is when Wyatt went to Washington, D.C., and he had been teasing me before he left that he was going to buy a Make America Great Again hat with his money, his spending money. And I didn't ever think he would actually do it. And he did. I couldn't even believe it. I was so mad. I was furious. And his dad apparently emailed him or texted him later. And he was like, okay, you had your joke. You made your mom mad. Do not even think of bringing that hat into our house. So he sold it to someone else on the trip, who then sold it to someone else on the trip. And I guess it kind of made the rounds. This one is a layout that I totally, totally love. I specifically love the stamping. This is from a Studio Calico stamp kit. And I love this kind of hydrangea looking kit. Stamps, the way they ended up stamping with this ombre ink. So this is where I did online, I guess it was called the Hobby Lobby Challenge when it first started, where you go and to the floral section at the craft store and you stand in front of it and take portraits that look all like posed and stuff. And so I actually was at Michael's because we don't have a Hobby Lobby, and I would not shop there if we did because of their political views. But in any case, I went and I did some photos. So I did sort of the before and afters. So this is the photo I took, and then this is what happened after I filtered it. And they're so silly. This is another one. It's kind of gray, and then I warmed it up, and I did it with these two. So I'm really, they're not fantastic photos because I was literally squatting down in front of floral displays at the craft store, and I was kind of embarrassed, but it was fun to do this project. And I love my little fold out that I made. I was very pleased with myself for thinking to do that. I think I saw it somewhere. Okay, this is about how Zach, my husband, took a one-day work trip down to LA, and they booked, instead of flying commercially, they figured out that it costs about the same to fly on this Jet Suite X, which is a semi-private plane. So lots of people book it for one flight, and you basically park in the parking lot in front of this little airport, and then you just walk onto the plane right before it leaves. So it's much easier than flying through the airport. Kind of a fun experience. This is about how much I love my bed. I get in bed every night and I think, I love my bed so much. And I truly do think that. I think this is pretty. I love my bedspread looks like this big buffalo plaid gray. And then I found this paper, and this is all from Felicity Jane. It's pretty. Layout about how headphones block out teenage nonsense in the morning. And then this is about my kids' love of vanilla ice cream. They think it's the most delicious ice cream of all. And their dad and I just laugh because I don't know why they don't know that chocolate ice cream's the best ice cream. And then there's also sort of a little documentation because when we first started buying this ice cream, Wyatt was pretty little. He's a teenager now, but he was young, like 8, something like that. And he saw this and he didn't, I guess he didn't know how to say fashioned or something or read it, or I don't know, but he just called it old vanilla ice cream, which also makes us laugh because now everyone in our family calls it that. This one is about how Augie and his best friend have the same number. They're not on the same team, baseball team, but they have the same number. And so I did 9999, and they both picked it because they're 9 years old and their birthdays are like a week apart. So it was just cute that they did that. This is about how my husband works from bed. He probably doesn't want me putting this all over the internets, but he sets up a little office when he works from home sometimes when he's in bed. It's the quietest room in the house. Who can blame him? This is my International Women's Day spread, and I mostly just wanted to play with these Kelly Perky paper doll stamps. I love them, but I was feeling empowered, so I made them all hold hands, and I added a bunch of these from a different Kelly Perky stamp set. And that's a picture of me in my Wonder Woman shirt on International Women's Day. I've been having some kind of epic messy hair in the morning. I don't know why my hair is so freaking insane in the mornings lately, but it is. So I've been taking pictures and I put those in. Okay, so this layout is from our second Warriors game that we went to. Augie and Zach and I went to when Wyatt was in Washington, D.C. for school. And so these are all print photos. Our neighbor won $2,500 on the Plinko board at the first quarter break. And we were all like, what the heck? We couldn't even believe we saw it when we saw him up on the Jumbotron. So that was really fun. It's getting very chunky. You can see, I think I'll make my next one thinner. So this is just a quick layout because I think that this is a good life philosophy, to be the Leslie Knope of whatever you do. I love Leslie Knope. And I just put it in here as a reminder to myself. And then this is just a quickie about our Valentine's Day, which was very low key because I was sick, and I made cards and brownies, but I didn't manage to do much else because I was sick in bed. And then this is a photo that came up on my Facebook memories on February 18th because I took a series of photos of my Augie when he was a little baby, about 6 months old, and I saw this picture and my heart melted, and so I had to print out a photo and make a little layout about it because he's so cute. And I used all these sort of baby boyish papers, and this I scrap lifted from something I found on the studio Calico Gallery. Can't remember who made the layout though, sorry. So then this is another picture I took the same day that Augie wanted the Generations photo. A couple pictures of Zach and his dad. They just looked so much alike sitting next to each other that I had to take their picture with the shirts and the glasses and the mustaches and everything. And then, so I got him to pose for this picture, and then later we were eating and this is how they were sitting, which was, they were sitting in exactly the same position when I got the camera out, but they moved slightly before I took the photo. But even so, I thought that was really funny how much they look alike. And then this is sort of another look-alike one. I found this picture from a few years ago with Wyatt jumping off a swing, and then I posted that on Facebook, and then my dad sent me this picture of my brother jumping off a swing that's very similar. So I liked the juxtaposition of the two. And then last page is one of Wyatt's drawings of Donald Duck. So I just wanted to grab that and put it somewhere so it didn't get lost because I just really like his drawings. So that's it. I'll try and list some sources down in the comments, the description, and I hope you enjoyed it. I've been having a ton of fun with Traveler's Notebooks. It's really sort of revitalized my interest in scrapbooking. I was kind of down on it for a while and just seemed like too involved, and I wasn't enthusiastic. It just felt like work. And this new smaller size I think is great because it's easy to bust out a page, just write a couple comments. I don't have to put a whole bunch of photos and a whole bunch of journaling on here. I can just talk about little parts of our life. I've been printing with a portable printer. I have two different portable printers, the print printer and an Epson printer. So I can get photos immediately. I don't have to wait for them to come from the photo processor. And it's just been really fun. And I've been doing so much more scrapbooking. So I also like it because these are a good size to just look through. So I noticed no one ever wants to get the big photo albums and scrapbooks off the shelf because they're so big. They have to put them on a table or the floor. They can't hold them. But this one you can just pick up and flip through, and it's fun. So thanks a lot. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please give me a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thanks a lot. Bye.